It ain't easy being greasy, but here we are. March is over, all right? It went out like a lion, lamb. I don't even know what that's all about. And I am here to share with you guys. Buckle up, buttercups, because it's time. It's time for the Fast 5. I don't know why I always hold up 10 fingers. I promise I can count most days. 5 beauty products, skincare products that I tried out throughout the month of March worth discussing. Now, first up, Eucerin. Everybody, first of all, is getting hit left and right sideways. You can't click into a YouTube video, it seems, without getting an ad for that Eucerin Radiant Tone line, which I reviewed earlier this month. And we all know already the backstory of thiamidol. Okay, I've got a video pre-Radiant Tone US existence, back when it was just a European slumber party. We had a video on thiamidol from me, okay? So it's nothing new here. And yeah, the products, they have that strong fragrance, the ingredient works, but don't sleep on the Radiant Tone 2% exfoliating AHA complex gel cleanser, because this is underrated. Fragrance free, so you're not getting slapped in the face with eau de Eucerin. It has glycolic and lactic acid, which can help soften and exfoliate rough and bumpy skin, dry, dull skin textures, smooth the surface of the skin, and if you have hyperpigmentation, can help gently exfoliate to accelerate the clearance of some degree of hyperpigmentation depending on its background nature. Also helpful for allowing for perhaps better penetration of ingredients that you put on after this is rinsed off. Now, a lot of people are under the impression that exfoliating acids are useless in a cleanser. They're just rinsed down the drain, and that is a myth. There is something known as coacervation, which is some sort of fancy chemistry wherein these active ingredients can get on your skin in a meaningful way, remain there, and not just be rinsed down the drain, while the cleansing ingredients go to work to remove oily buildup, dirt, etc., and then that is what is actually rinsed down the drain. So it's really cool. Walgreens has a glycolic acid cleanser, but I want to say it's very expensive in comparison to this. This was on Amazon, but it has since sold out. I don't know if they're going to get it back in stock, but you can get it at Ulta. Highly recommend it. Be really careful though using it around your eyes. It might lead to dry eyelids. Delicate skin like eyelids, neck, more vulnerable to overdoing it with chemical exfoliants, including in a cleanser. I mean, that's really a litmus test showing that these work. In my experience is that I often, if I'm not careful, my eyelids start to get dry, and it's like, well, obviously it's doing something. So just be really careful when you use it, that you're not like aggressively washing your eyelids. You make sure to rinse it off thoroughly and that you don't have any cleanser residue left behind on the eye area, because for me personally, a lot of times cleanser residue kind of gets trapped either in my eyebrows, because they're like seaweed, all right, clinging on for dear life to anything that comes in contact. Pollen especially, it's like a direct little landing pad straight into my eye. Also, the hollows around your eyes, they kind of sit as like a little crevice for residues to collect. But otherwise, provided you rinse it off well, this is actually really good. And with consistent use, alpha hydroxy acids also help with moisture retention. So highly recommend trying this out if you're motivated or intrigued by alpha hydroxy acid cleansers for their skin benefits for various issues which I just described. Y'all know I had the opportunity, of course, every year I go to the AAD, attend that to get CME credits, and while I'm there, I like to have a good time, okay? I like to have a good time. And if you're gonna be in Orlando, all right, you might wanna go to Disney World, I don't know, or one of the many theme parks there. I'm not someone who goes to bars, so having theme parks is like, wow, something really entertaining to do. So of course I went, and if you've been following me since the beginning of my channel, the AAD was in Orlando several years ago, and I went to a Disney World then as well. And I'm not even a Disney adult or anything like that, but I had a great time. The sun in Florida is not out to play, okay? It's potent. So I had long sleeves, a hat. Highly recommend. People were actively getting severely burned the day I was there. It was pretty cool, but the sun doesn't play. But aside from the hat, the long sleeves, long pants, I also brought with me a new discovery, which I'm really enjoying, the Abib Airy Fit Sun Stick. This is a chemical sunscreen stick.
This curve, but let me tell you, it's really easy to go back and forth under your eye, under your brow, get your forehead, get your sides of your face. I mean, reapplying with this has been a dream, and it doesn't burn or sting. Now, The thing I always caution about with sticks is they are prone to skip areas and under application. So you need to do multiple passes over a given area.
They're convenient, especially if you don't like, a lot of people don't like the sensory aspect of creams. I remember when I was a teenager taking a trip with my school to a water park, and one of my friends relied on a sunscreen stick, and bless her pale-skinned self, because she had streaks of burnt red skin interspersed with porcelain white. So it actually was a good sunscreen that she used. It was just the application issue. This particular sunscreen, you do have to be careful, do multiple passes, but I love the overall shape of the applicator. I think that is a key feature of it that makes it nice for application, especially like on the jaw area. It gets good coverage, but it's kind of curved so you can get up under the eyes and on the forehead easily. It's soft enough that it glides on and deposits on the skin really easily. I find a lot of sunscreen sticks are very stiff and they give you some resistance as you glide them across the surface of the skin, which again will lead to skipping and under application likely. So I really like this, easy to do multiple passes. It's what I use to reapply to my face throughout the day while I was at the parks and my neck. My hands are mostly covered with the sun protective little hand covers on my UPF shirt. But the other thing about this is that it's great for the lips as well. It's an SPF 50 chemical sunscreen, so no white cast with it. It is water resistant 80 minutes. So it's checking a lot of boxes. No niacinamide for those of you who are sensitive. I mean, Abib is a brand that I have discovered a lot of love. Still, as a side note, really, really loving the rice barrier jelly mask. Highly recommend that glycerin sensation for barrier repair. Another great one that I have been using and actually almost finished up. I reviewed this earlier this month. This is from Byoma. They sent this to me, the Phytomucin Glow Serum, and I reviewed it for you guys. So if you want a lot of details on this versus Cosrx Snail Mucin versus another favorite, the Skin 1004 Probio Cica Ampule, you need to watch the full video. But I have continued using this and I'm almost finished with it. And it's a good product objectively. It's not as good as the Snail Mucin Power Essence in my opinion, but it's really good. It's significantly better than that horrific Mixun Bean Essence, which did not do anything. And it's got some really good ingredients that I personally get along well with and enjoy. For example, polyglutamic acid is both super hydrating, but it also deposits this like lightweight thin film to help with moisture retention and to help with skin elasticity. It has ceramides. It has root extracts instead of snail mucin, which give that slippery, slimy texture that I personally really enjoy. I mean, a little bit left here, I'll show you guys. It's got the stringy, really love it. And this has been, look at that. Is it picking up on camera, the strings? This has been a pleasure to use and it really hydrates pretty nicely. So I've continued to use that and I'm just about done. So that's product number 3. The next is, from Suave. I have been working with them. Okay, I'm gonna do a sponsored post over on Instagram, but I agreed to work with them after trying out this bonding infusion repairing line that they have, which is products aimed to help with people who have brittle, damaged hair from heat styling, color treatments. This is the hair mask in the line. I really like the line overall. But the hair mask is like the one thing for sure to definitely try out, because all of these products have citric acid plus amino acids, which help to just sort of bring back together some of the bonds in the hair so that you get less breakage, less brittleness. But the citric acid also makes the formulation, the pH lower, and that has a smoothing effect for the strands. So using products, these bonding repair products can help if you do have a lot of breakage, a lot of brittleness related to chemical processing or heat styling, but it also can just help to make your hair a little glossier, a little smoother. The hair mask is a great way to introduce the ingredient and to see how your hair interacts with it, because it's very conditioning, it's very rich, it's very thick. After you rinse out shampoo, you're gonna put this in your hair. I only put it to like the mid part of my strands all the way down. I don't get it up in here because I have super fine hair. If I use conditioning masks up here, it's like, whoa, 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 okay? It really can weigh down my hair. But this really helps smooth down the hair, cut down on frizz, and just give you that glossy, shiny bounce. They are super affordable, but with that bonding repair technology that everybody is seeking and you often encounter in like more expensive products like Olaplex, for example, this gets you those salon quality results, but at a fraction of the price. Now, these products do have fragrance in them, okay? It's actually, you know what it smells like? It smells like sweet tarts. You know when you open up the little, I don't even know if they make these anymore. This was like a classic Halloween candy. You know the little sweet tarts 3-pack that you'd get at Halloween and nobody really wanted and it'd be like the last candy? Well, I love the smell when you open it up. It's like some sort of street drug for a child. I'm kidding, but that smell is exactly what this smells like. It doesn't linger on your hair. It's not really overwhelming, but it's a nice candy scent. I actually really like the fragrance. No methyl isothiazolinone in the shampoo for those of you who are allergic. And it's super affordable. So definitely check out the Bonding Infusion line, especially if you have brittle hair. I have really fine hair and it does, you know, especially, you know, it's getting long. I've been slacking on the hair trims. Once it gets as long as it is now, the ends, you know, they can get a little rebellious and, you know, get a little more brittle. So this has really helped and I really like it a lot. So that was another one I wanted to mention. And then last but not least, let's talk about what's on my lips. This is one of the moisture sticks from Neutrogena. So I discovered these, I want to say 2 years ago. It was an impulse buy, as lip products often are for me, at Walmart. And I absolutely adored the moisture stick. I can't remember what color I got at the time. But when I went to the AAD, Neutrogena had a booth and they often are giving away samples. So they were giving away a ton of their Moisture Smooth color sticks. And the thing about Neutrogena, you know, it's a skincare brand, great products, right? I'm a big fan of Neutrogena, have been, you know, since I've been using skincare. But every time I try one of their makeup products, I'm always like, wow, this is really, really good. They're easy to apply. The formulation's like nice and soft and smooth. The color lasts a really long time. I'm wearing the Raspberry Rose shade. They do unfortunately have flavorant. So if you're allergic, then pass on that. But for a fragrance-free lip gloss from Neutrogena with equally good color payout, like with equally good pop of color that lasts, is the Hydra Boost lip glosses. Those are amazing. These are really good too, but they're not a gloss. They're more of a lipstick, but these are really nice. And I can't wait to try out some of the other shades that I got. So that's the Fast 5 for the month of March. It flew by very, very quickly. Great month, and spring is on the way. Is it here already? I'm not entirely sure. I need to check the calendar for when the first day of spring actually is, but it is heating up here. So I hope this video was fun and informative. This is a series that I've been doing now for over a year and a half, 2 years now, where at the first of the month, the first weekday of the month, I recap 5 products that I tried out, tested, used quite a bit over the prior month. So on the end slate, I'm going to put the February Fast 5 for those of you who missed it. There's some body moisturizer in there and another sunscreen probably. There's good stuff. Oh, a cleansing balm. So yeah, check that one out next if you missed it. But if you guys like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.